Good morning. For our professional development today, we're going to be addressing concerns through a teacher-leader initiative. For this professional development, I have given out a few surveys to a few teachers to figure out what concerns that are at our school. And the two concerns that we came up with, or that I saw on the survey, was consequences and discipline. So those are the two concerns that we're going to go over today. The purpose of this professional development is to address these concerns by using a teacher-leader initiative, and we're going to be having some discussions with our table groups and the people around us to come up with some strategies, talk about some barriers, and just answer some questions. So first, what is a teacher leader? Well, if we look around the room, we can probably spot out many teacher leaders. A teacher leader is a person that takes on a leadership role beyond the classroom. So yes, we are all teacher leaders in our own classroom, but these people take on roles maybe in extracurricular activities. So maybe they coach a sport at our school, or they might be head of a committee. So the PBIS committee, there is a parent-teacher committee, and things of that sort. So we're going to start by going over the first concern that was taken out of the survey, and that is discipline. So discipline is a concern, and it is a concern because it's not all equal for all students, okay? So to do that, we have to frequently go over the rules and expectations within our classrooms and throughout the school. So some classrooms have different expectations and rules. The cafeteria has different expectations and rules than the library, and then the computer lab. So everywhere is just different. And sometimes this can be difficult for our students that are traveling from place to place within our school. But first, within your groups, I want you to discuss why discipline is important. Why expectations and rules and following these, why is it important for our students? I'm going to give you 1 minute to do that. Okay, I hope that was enough time for all of you to have your discussion, for you to share. So today we're going to talk about the teacher leader model standards. There are 7 of these domains, but for this first concern, for our first purpose, we're going to talk about domain 1, and that focuses on the collaborative culture that supports educator development and student learning. So this domain is all about collaboration. Why is collaboration important? Who can tell me why collaboration is important? Thank you for sharing. Yes, collaboration is important because we all learn from each other. We all have different ideas, and if we share them with one another, someone may be able to pick some information from that and create their own little thing, or just talking with each other and sharing our ideas. That helps us to be a stronger school community. So our next concern that was picked from the survey, from the data from the survey, is consequences. All students should receive the same consequences for the same action. Give me a thumbs up if you agree with this statement. If Billy is caught stealing from the teacher's desk and he gets suspended for one day, but Sarah is caught doing the same thing and she only gets a lunch detention. Is that fair? No, that's not fair. They were doing the same thing, so they should get the same consequence. So once again, we're going to talk about domain 1, collaboration. That could be collaboration amongst teachers, collaboration amongst admin and teachers, and just collaboration amongst teachers and peers. We need to go over these consequences with our students and say, if this happens, this is your consequence. Domain 6 focuses on improving collaboration with families and community. So once again, collaborating with more than just within our school, but with families and the community. How can these domains help with our concern about consequences? In front of you, there is a sticky note and a pen or pencil. Please write down your thoughts of this question or an answer to the question. How can we use these domains to help with our concern with consequences? I'm going to give you a minute to do this. Okay, I hope you had a chance to write your thoughts down. Now I would like you to share within your groups. But the person with the longest hair is going to share first. I'm going to go ahead and give you 3 minutes to share. Go ahead and share your answer or your thoughts to this question. As I was walking around the room, I heard some very good discussions happening and some very good answers and thoughts to these questions. So great job answering the question and also sharing with your peers. Next, we're going to go over some strategies and some barriers. So some strategies that we can use to overcome the concern of discipline and consequences. We've already talked about this one a lot, collaboration. Collaboration is so important. We do it, our students do it. So everyone should be collaborating with each other, including families, having similar expectations. So all around the school, in all classrooms, similar expectations should be set. They do not have to be the same, because I know we all have different likes and different dislikes, and they don't have to be the same, but they do need to be similar. Walking in a straight line, not running in the halls, using a correct tone of voice, so level 0, level 1, level 2. Those are expectations that we have for our students. These expectations should be posted. They should be posted on posters, on your board, wherever you want to, but they need to be there. And as teachers and as staff members, we need to review these expectations daily, every single day when lining up to go to the lunchroom. Say, what are our expectations? Ask your students. They should be able to tell you. If you go over them every single day, your students should be able to tell you what is expected of them. And lastly, having monthly meetings. These meetings will help to go over our concerns. They will help to change them if we need to find a different solution or do something differently. This will also help us to have that time to collaborate with each other. A barrier. I've already talked about this a little bit when talking about strategies. So agreement amongst teachers and staff. We all have our different little pet peeves in our classrooms, but like I said, our expectations need to be similar, and these meetings can help us to go over that. Remember, we have one goal in mind, and that is to overcome these concerns. That is our main goal. So some action steps that can help us to overcome these concerns is the code of conduct. please raise your hand if you've ever seen the Code of Conduct. Who knows where to find this Code of Conduct? Yes, you can find it on our St. Lucie County website, or there is a posted copy in the office. But some students, some families may not be able to get on the internet to look at this Code of Conduct. So these must be sent home at the beginning of the year. And a great idea is to have parents and students sign it. So we know that they received it and that they've at least they've looked at it. Okay? As teachers, we need to enforce the Code of Conduct. In this Code of Conduct, I have posted a picture here. It has positive examples and non-examples of expectations for behavior and conduct. So this right here will tell your parents and students what you should be doing and what you should not be doing. And once again, another action step is to review behavior at monthly meetings after giving these Code of Conduct books out. Maybe go over with how it went, how many forms you got back signed, and things like that. So we know that we need to change some things up or if we can continue doing it that way. So some resources that can help us to overcome these concerns is having a behavior dean or someone that in administration that is strictly for behavior. So as teachers, we can go to that person if we have any concerns or any issues or any questions. We don't have to go through 10 different people to get an answer. We can go to one person. Our code call system, we have one. Raise your hand if you know that code call system by heart. Okay, I see no hands. It is very lengthy. So one thing that will help with this is maybe to go over it frequently. I have mine posted right by my buzzer in my room. I know a lot of you do too. But it does take a minute to go through that list to see which code to call. So maybe having it on our badges or somewhere else that's very frequently used so we can just glimpse at it quickly and maybe review it. And once again, these behavior meetings. So that kind of goes over our professional development today. I will be staying late, so if you have a question or a concern, or if you would like to talk to me about the presentation, you can come on over and we can have that conversation. I do have a survey that I will send out to you as an email. I'll send this whole presentation out. If you could please just go to the survey. It is 5 quick questions and just talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, and what you thought about this professional development. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful afternoon.